Hello, my name is Moen Call, and this is Project Milestone 4 for the GPE340 Root Motion project, alright? As you can see, I still have everything from projects Milestones 1, 2, and 3 in here, as shown by gizmos, being able to move, stuff like that. I do have a player UI for the player here, which gets the health and lives, and it does that by for the health, it does that by figuring out what percentage out of 100 the health is, based on the health divided by the max health and times that by 100 to get the percentage. And then it goes and sets the text to whatever that percentage is. It does the same for lives, except that goes through the character controller. So that way when the player is killed and then is revived, it doesn't lose where it is. And it does this by having when the player dies, it removes health. And for the enemy, it is a health bar, as you can see here, that does take damage, where it does, so that way when it takes damage, it lowers the amount it fills. So that way when it's dead, it will fill. It'll have no health bar. There is a weapons display as shown that displays what weapon you have picked up, whether it's an AK-47, a pistol, or nothing if no weapons picked up. And it does this by grabbing the weapon text from the character pawn, and then it sets that weapon text to whatever the weapon is. So if it's a pistol, it'll set the weapon text to display pistol, or AK-47, it sets the weapon text to display AK-47, the name of the weapon. There are two. The first way to pause is by using time.timescale, which sets the time relative in the game to pause to 0, which basically freezes everything in place. And you can do that by pressing tab. You can pause and unpause. There's another way to do it, which I don't like as much as time.timescale, because that's way easier. And that is having a Boolean value that when you press it, it sets that Boolean value to whether true or false. And then depending on what it does, it goes through and sets, and in the update, it's the first thing where if it's true, it'll return and it'll do nothing. So that'll act like a pause, even though in my opinion time.timescale is better, because that way it pauses everything in the scene, not just select objects with scripts on them. So you can do that. There is a pause menu that you can resume the game or quit the game from. So you can add stuff to it if they want to restart, maybe even increase the level later on. My code is well commented. As you can see, it easily explains what does what it does, why there's the bool in there. If bool is true, skip the update so you don't update anything. Everything's well commented, well displayed of what it does, stuff like that. For the new mechanics, I have two. One is the minimap as shown top right corner that takes a second camera and then goes and uses that to overlap a raw image to display it on the overlay without doing anything on that you can modify. And another is a character stat sheet where you can get the player stats, where you can, if there was naming available, you could get the player's name, how much health they're at, how many lives they're at, what weapon they have equipped, how much ammo that weapon has, along with things like probably there'll be a score input in there, so you can watch it, see how much score you have, how many enemies you have killed. That's stuff that'll probably be added in later when I get them coded in. There is a third additional mechanic to where if your lives hit 0, you go to basically a fell scene that says you have failed. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.